Governor Malley has proposed a 3% increase in tuition for students at the University of Maryland and other state-subsidized schools.
It's something nobody wants, but it's something you have to do.
Senate President Mike Miller says the hike is necessary to keep up with inflation, but Delegate Pat McDonough strongly disagrees.
There shouldn't be any increase at all. People are struggling. He should cut costs and maintain the tuition rates as they are.
Governor O'Malley held tuition rates stagnant for 4 years, from 2006 to 2010. Senator James Rosapep said that helped make college tuition rates in Maryland more affordable.
That brought down our tuitions from the 7th highest in the United States for public universities. Today we're like 23rd highest.
Rosapep is once again introducing a bill that would put a permanent cap on tuition. Miller says it sounds good on paper, but it's hard to predict future costs.
So many needs at our college and our universities, including a lot of infrastructure that hasn't been met over the years.
The cost of education, it's expensive to run a university.
Sarah Bowder, Assistant Vice President of Student Financial Aid at the University of Maryland, says it's a delicate balancing act. If the 3% is approved, the university will assist those in need.
What we try to do in financial aid is hold those students who are the neediest harmless from the increase. And so we try to put some of the revenue back into need-based aid.
While many say O'Malley's proposed increase is modest at 3%, students here at the University of Maryland say any increase is difficult in a tough economy.
I think that's awful. It's really hard to afford college as it is, and 3% is a huge increase for a lot of us.
There are some people with parents that are living paycheck to paycheck, and this could be a huge toll on those households.
A show of solidarity in Annapolis by Maryland state firefighters for a Senate bill that would require all new homes to be built with indoor sprinkler systems.
It's like having a firefighter on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're right there in the early stages of the fire.
Maryland State Fire Marshal Bill Bernard says home sprinklers usually activate within 1 minute of a fire igniting. The potential to save lives is what prompted Senator Roy Dyson to sponsor the bill.
The statistics are just overwhelming. I mean, 80% of the people who are in a sprinkler residence survive a fire.
Most counties have adopted state standards that mandate residential dwellings be equipped with sprinklers. But this map shows several counties, highlighted in yellow, that have opted out of the requirement.
Traditionally, this has been a local issue. This has been something that's been hard fought in each of the counties. And this is really the county's job, not the state's job, to set this.
Senator E.J. Pipkin says the sprinkler bill not only infringes upon each county's ability to govern autonomously, it could also drive up housing costs.
But again, there's this question about, is this the best way to do it? Is this the most cost-effective way to do it? And can we achieve this a different way?
This report, which covers a 15-year history of a mandatory sprinkler law in Prince George's County, shows there were more than 100 fatalities in homes with no sprinklers compared to 0 deaths in homes with sprinklers.
I think you only have to take a look at that Prince George's County report to see how effective they are.
As for the notion of increased building costs, Dyson says the sprinklers would add about 1% to the cost of a new home, a small price to pay to save a life.
It is, to this date, the safest way to protect somebody.
For State Circle, I'm Yolanda Vasquez. An enthusiastic crowd gathers at the State House to show their support for an offshore wind bill backed by the governor.
It's the only way that we can meet our renewable energy portfolio standard is to harness the most widely available renewable energy source that our geography gives to us, and that is offshore wind.
The governor's plan is to build 40 wind turbines, similar to this offshore wind farm in Denmark, 10 miles off the coast of Ocean City by 2017. Supporters say it will create new jobs, reduce pollution, and make Maryland a leader in the green energy market.
I think the most significant thing for me is that it puts Maryland on the map.
Senator Thomas Middleton says providing stable wind power to Maryland residents coincides with the state's commitment to generate 20% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2022. Passage of this year's Senate bill sends a strong message to investors that Maryland is serious about building the country's first Atlantic offshore wind farm.
When the time is right, I think you're going to see a lot of interest from the manufacturing community, and I just want to make sure that Maryland is ready for when that does happen.
Senator E.J. Pipkin says it's a bad bill at a bad time. A lot of the federal tax credits are gone, and despite changes to lower subsidy charges on electric bills, it's still a costly billion-dollar-plus project to build a slew of wind turbines out on the water.
If anything, it just looks like this is a bill that the governor wants for his national agenda, leaving the consumers of Maryland stuck with the bill. I hope it doesn't go forward.
This time around, supporters want to make sure the 2012 bill doesn't twist in the wind. Their demonstration took them well into the night with these tiny glow-in-the-dark wind turbines leading the way. They hope their illuminated presence will urge senators to make a firm commitment to renewable energy in Maryland.
Wind power! Now! Wind power! Now!
I'm Yolanda Vasquez for State Circle.
Now!